Hi, it's me again with CorelDraw tips and tricks. A couple days ago, somebody sent me this, and they did tell me that they're going to engrave it on wood, and I thought this would be sufficient. I didn't do a lot of work on it. I just wanted to kind of see. So for the one I'm doing it for, I've made it real little, and I cropped. I think the yellow box was huge, and I cropped out the yellow box. And I really think Corel has an easier time if you see this thing is less than 4 inches. So I'm going to go to trace bitmap. Well, let's find out what our nudge factor is 5. I'm going to trace bitmap, outline, trace clip art. Traces it pretty quick, and I'm going to nudge that over. So this is all kind of broken apart or separated. We're going to take and just put a yellow box around it first. So I'm going to right click, go up to object, order, backup page, and you can see there's nothing behind it. And then from then, you just do what you think you want to do. I'm going to go to object and group and ungroup it. And I'm going to grab that outside line and move it over. Now you see that they're really wanting not all this black, but it doesn't trace good. So let's do one more thing. Let's try this. Let's try, that's what I did the first time. I'm going to go to trace it again, outline, trace, clip art. But this time I'm going to bump up the detail, and then I'm going to hit OK. Now I'm going to move this one down, and hopefully it'll be better. I'm going to go to object, group, and ungroup it. And then this time I can maybe just, well, you could probably do it by color, but I'm going to take that right there and move it over. So that's much better. If they want more, they can do more, but you got to think about it's going to be engraved. I think this would look perfect. We do need to move this black eye over, and see by nudging, and you could correct that and make it look a little bit better. Matter of fact, we'll do that right now. I don't like that hip. Well, first of all, everything's green. So I'm going to select it all. I'm going to right click black, and it's an RGB black. That's what you want for engraving. This is still a, man, that really looks green on my screen. Let me, there we go. I must not have hit it. I thought that really looks black. So let's change these two items and make them look a little bit better. This right here. So we can take the shape tool, not the smoothing tool, but the shape tool. And let's click on these nodes, and let's just kind of move things out of the way and hit delete. You don't have to hit your calculator. And, just kind of play with your handles, make it look a little bit rounder. Do the same thing on that. It might even be easier to do this, just draw a circle. Now, when you're doing this, make sure you take away the outline. And then you could go through and smooth some stuff out. And I'm not going to do all that to make some stuff look better. So we could use the smoothing tool, set your nudge factor on like 0.1 or your nib, and just kind of smooth some corners out. Make this not quite as sharp, go around the edges, just kind of make it look good. And I think this is going to engrave perfectly. But then what I would do, I would actually, so that would engrave. So there's one example. Let's hit the keyboard or the plus key on the keyboard. And let's add a little bit of gray to this. We're going to get the Smart Fill tool, set on just a light gray, and let's fill some things in. And, you might want to leave that white, and then, maybe put their feet in there. Leave the tail, you could do some feathers or not. And then we do have some black specks in the bird so what we can do is we can take the red and delete it. Matter of fact, we could probably delete all this extra stuff. And I'm just going to show you where this might help. This would be a good, I'll tell you what, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of all this stuff we've already kind of used. And let's get which I never hardly use, is the freehand pick tool. And let's select all this. And then move that over twice or once. We need to make sure we turn it black. So that is going to give your engraving a little bit more detail. And, you know, there's couple of things we could do here. I'm going to go back to the pick tool and I'm going to nudge that over and that over, but I want to make sure they're black. And that, I think, would look pretty good. You know, regardless if you do this or not, you know, if you do it on wood, everything in yellow now is going to be the wood color. Object order back a page. So everything that's yellow is going to be the wood color. So if it's a light wood like a maple, this might be perfect. If it's a darker wood like a walnut, you might want to add some color to it like I did the gray. And then, of course, you'd want to move these dots over. And anyway, I hope that helped them a little bit. Thank you for watching.